All right, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is the 2nd of December 2025, and it's a Tuesday. Okay, so let's start with, as usual, the dollar index, and then we progress with the other pairs. Okay, so yesterday I was looking forward for price to go and attack the previous month low, which is right here, before rejecting and then making its way for the previous month high. However, price failed to do that. Now, that to me is not good. Okay, I don't like it when price does something like that. It leaves uncertainty, right? Because it might look as if it's rejected and it's going up, and then all of a sudden it counts for that equal low. So now we have an equal low over here to deal with. So not until this low is taken, I'll have to wait for a confirmation to the upside, which is a change in the state of delivery, a close above yesterday's high. It was able to reject the whole entire previous week low, but that doesn't confirm to me that we are going up. For price to go up, I would like to see a close to the upside, and then I'll be convinced. So that leaves euro nothing to do, the same thing. Yesterday I was looking forward for them to go up. As a matter of fact, on the 15 minutes I mentioned that we should not be breaching this down candle. We should go and attack that, and then you can see they've come all the way down. So for me to go short, I would like to see them close below that. Longs, I'm not really a fan of longs right now, because anything is possible. So I would say, if you like, you can place your stop loss below this down candle like this. That would be the idea. To go and attack that high, but I'm not convinced. Okay, I'm not convinced. Logically or structurally, that is what's supposed to happen. We're meant to go up there, but it's the first week of the month. We also have NFP this week on Friday. Hence, we might not experience price going up today or tomorrow. They might stay sideways, maybe, and then maybe on Friday they'll send price up there and then reject. I think, let me double check. Okay, I don't know, I'm checking the economic calendar and I don't even see I don't see the FOMC, sorry, not FOMC, the unemployment NFP. I don't see that. Yeah, I don't see that on the calendar for some reason, unless they've changed the day that they released that. Bear with me, let me double check. Yeah, I think we don't have something like that this month. I'm double checking. We do have the non-farm employment change for January 9th, but we don't have one for December. Yeah, we don't have one for December. Nope, we don't have one for December. So again, more reasons why I want us to break early this month, because after the first 2 weeks, price is gonna be manipulated. So you don't want to really be spending a lot of time in the market, because there will be lots of manipulation. So with that said, euro, this is what, if we were under a normal price action condition, maybe around September, October, this is what I would do, right? I'll buy here, put my stop loss, but it's risky, so I'll leave that up onto you if you want to do that. Moreover, we are rejecting a previous week high, so likely probably not. So let me actually take it away. My verdict: stay on the sidelines. Same thing with the British pound. Verdict is to stay on the sidelines. Let price give us a concrete direction that it wants to go. As it stands, I don't see one yet. Euro pound, this is the one that we might get a rejection to go down this week. So it's either we're gonna reject and come deeper into it, or we leave it alone and then they go above last week's high, confirming a continuation. Then we can look for buy to continue going up. So it's either we form a high of the week, we come back down deeper into this retracement, or it goes up, because this will be a pullback on the weekly into a fair value gap, order flow on the weekly. Hence we can get a buy after we go above the weekly high. Okay, so nothing confirmed yet. From the monthly perspective, like I said, we should be coming for this low. That is the basis of me looking for a move back down again. But I could be wrong, and this could be a reaccumulation, right? Down candle, then we go above it. It could be that. But yeah, nothing concrete yet, so patience, and let's see what price is gonna do. Gold, yesterday I was talking about how I don't like price like this, where we have an up candle being an inside candle. Most of the time, price action will become a little bit challenging to trade because of how the monthly closed. Right, we did not take out a low, we did not take out a high, we did not close above the high, and we did not close below the low. It makes trading a little bit difficult. So yesterday I was talking about following the institutional order flow. So you're gonna be looking at the down candles with a fair value gap and sticking with that. So on the daily, we are still bullish. On the H4, we did pull back. Okay, so daily still bullish. We could be forming the low of the week inside this and then go up. So again, my verdict: probably wait for this up candle to break. Wait for this up candle to break, then look for a buy to continue going up. Okay, wait for the up candle to break, then look for a buy to go up. On the other hand, you can look to sell it to go and attack this low. But from the daily perspective, selling is not actually allowed. So wait for the buy, for them to break above this up candle, and then you look for the buy. Crude oil, nothing. So we are staying away from that. ES, I think yesterday I spoke about price either rejecting that low. We did get the rejection, and then today, so far so good. but I would like to see them break the up candle on the H4. Then I will actually look for a buy myself. So watch this up candle here. Once broken, then we can start looking for the buy. Okay. Yeah, so now let's move on to the other ones. Okay, so the Australian dollar, this high is what we want to see them go and attack. Then once it's been taken, we can start looking for reasons to go short, and the high comes in at 0.65804. We are waiting for that. Until then, we are on the sidelines waiting. Now, this was one of the hardest thing to do, or I would say one of the things that had I come to that realization earlier in my development, I would have saved myself a lot of money, because mine was the day the market is open equals to trading. Okay, the market is open equals to trading. So I don't care about weekly profile, I don't care about monthly profile. All I look at is order flow, and then I'm in the market trying to trade. But if you are not aware of some of these mechanics, you are going to fall victim for some manipulation. And after the manipulation, that's when you clearly see what price is trying to do. And it was like literally every single new week, every week there is some sort of manipulation. And at some point I did get the weekly manipulation down, where when the week starts I would just be patient. But what I didn't add to it was the monthly opening and manipulation, and then the quarterly opening and the manipulation, because price is fractal. So it's not just the weekly opening and then manipulating, or even the daily, because the daily does the same thing. The daily open manipulate to the downside and then go up, or the daily opens manipulate to the upside and go down. It's the same thing across board. So the candle itself is what you need to look at, where a daily candle is the same as a weekly candle, is the same as a monthly candle, is the same as a quarterly candle, and the same as a yearly candle. They are all the same. The only difference is just the period, the time frame. One is bigger than the other, but the movement, right, is the same across. So when a new month opens, you don't just jump in just like a new day and then you start trading. Or when a new week opens, you just don't jump in. That is what I was doing, and that is what actually led to a lot of losses. So now once you come to that realization, then one thing becomes obvious. You need to be very patient. Okay, when a new candle opens, you don't just assume that price is going to continue doing what it was doing prior to the new candle opening. For example, if price was going up, okay, and then the month has ended, if you don't take into consideration that we've opened a new month and you think price is going up, maybe example, you're on the H4 time frame or you're on the daily time frame, and then price keeps making high highs, okay, and then all of a sudden the month ends. Now when the month ends, if you take into consideration the fact that price is still making high highs, and then you go and trade, you might get it wrong, not because your direction is wrong. It's just that the mechanics of how price moves is that with the new candle that has opened on the monthly, there's going to be a manipulation. Now that manipulation can sometimes be overwhelming, where it can go beyond maybe a structure low on the H4 or even a structure low on the daily, but it will still be valid for the continuation to the upside, right? So what actually is happening is maybe when the new month opens, they manipulate price into a fair value gap or into an order block on the lower time frame and then resume going up. And that was one of the key missing ingredients to why most of the time I was wrong. I was right, but I took losses before price moved in my favor. Okay, so with that said, here, okay, the month has ended, right? You need to see how the month ended and then see what can happen before you continue with whatever was happening on the lower time frame. Okay, so that's why, based on how the month ended, taking out this low, I think price is likely going to take out this high before anything happens. Okay. All right. Same thing with the dollar yen. I think I spoke about this yesterday, that we were going to reverse and go back up because all that movement to the downside was what? Manipulation. I actually missed the buy. I was contemplating to buy here, but the time of the day wasn't good and I left it. So I'll probably look for a buy to tomorrow. I'm waiting for the day to at least go above the down candle, and then tomorrow I'll start looking for the buy, aiming for 158.87. Dollar Swiss, you can also see how we rejected the previous week low, but the daily has not confirmed yet. The last close is to the downside over here. I need one close to the upside, then I can look for the buy. Same thing with the dollar CAD. I think yesterday I spoke that they were going to attack this low on the monthly chart. That's still likely before we go up. Now it can go up without taking it out, but that's fine because it did something like that over here. This price would have or should have come down here, take out this low, and then go for the high, but it didn't, and it went for it. So it can go. Okay, now if we go back, I'll show you. Oops, let's use this as an example. If you go to the weekly, okay, this is the beginning of September. So let me draw a line on the low that should have been taken. So that is the low. Let me go on the daily. The daily will show it clearly. This one. That is the low that we should have taken before going up. And September opened right here. So I would have expected them to go and attack this low before going up. And then price didn't do it. So on the weekly chart, that is the beginning of September, and then we did not go for that low. Now in here, personally, I would have struggled. I'll be honest with you, I would have struggled. Why? Because that is how I see price to be, that is supposed to go and attack this low. And the only time I would have got a buy is when this candle here, when it closed above that high. That is the only time I would have looked for long. So maybe the entire month of September, I would not have traded the dollar CAD because I would be waiting for the confirmation, and that confirmation came here. So maybe the entire month of September, dollar CAD wouldn't be a pair that I would trade. Why? Because it didn't give me anything. And that is the aspect of patience that I'm talking about, that if you don't develop that, you will struggle in this market, because What is going to give you a conviction that price is going up in here? Me personally, nothing, right? Nothing will convince me price is going up, because it doesn't look clear on this time frame. If I go on the weekly, yes, we have this down candle, price went up, came back down. Here, that was a pullback. We're expecting price to go up, but this will be the end of the month of August. Okay, so by the end of August, new month September, I'll expect that August low to be taken before going up. Okay, so we could experience something like that over here, where price will not come for this low and just go up. But if it's going to do it, definitely it should give us signs that it's going to do it, which is we go above the last down candle. Especially right now, we have a fair value gap. Okay, so hopefully that will make sense for some of you. For some of you, it will not make sense. You have to experience it yourself. Okay, which is fine. All right, now let's go over to the crypto market. Okay, so with the crypto market, yesterday you had a very dramatic drop that happened on the Bitcoin market. I'm still looking for lower prices, so whatever is happening now, again, that's a pullback. Be expecting this low to be taken. So today or tomorrow, you're looking for continuation to the downside. Okay, yeah, we are looking for continuation to the downside on the crypto. Okay, so I'm not bullish, I'm bearish. Ethereum, same thing. We are looking for continuation to the downside. We got a confirmation yesterday, so whatever happens, whatever you see going up right now is just a pullback. It's gonna resume going down. The downside objectives I've already given. For crypto, for Ethereum, we are coming for the 70.5 area, which is the 2004. Bitcoin, I think we're gonna go for 74,509. Okay, now can that change? Yes, if we come back and close above previous week high, but that's far away, far away from. It's possible, but yeah, it's far away from doing that, especially with this big candle in here. So 74,509, that will not be taken if we go above the previous week high and close above it. Okay, even if we close, it still be subject to the weekly chart anyway. Okay, the weekly chart is still dropping, so we will still go down. So it hasn't changed anything for now. Solana, we are looking for this 121.40, and then over here 95.67. XRP, we are leaving that alone. Hype, we came for that low, perfect. Now we are looking for, I think, 24,000. We will go to 28,000 first. Oh, sorry, 28.25, not 28,000. It hasn't got there yet, but 28.25 is the next likely objective, which is the 618. So watch this up candle. We might move from there towards that level. And then finally Chachki, like I said, this thing is now waking up. This might be the first area of accumulation, or it might be the pullback into that up candle before reaching for this candle's low. That is where I think price is going. 0.000000295. That is where I think price is going for Chachki. And then finally, AI16Z, we are still inside that fair value gap between 0.12 to 0.04. Okay, so between 0.12 to 0.04, we are still inside that fair value gap. Price is very, very slow, but yeah, I think based on the daily, the 0.004 level is likely gonna be a target for now, and then yeah, we will look at what price is gonna do after that. Okay, so back to reality. Look at dollar index. If we close above yesterday, then we can start looking for a continuation to the upside. Then you look for sales on the euro. Okay, all right, that is all I have for you for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.